Hi guys, in this video, you will find 5 stars bow ranking for Yelan. Yelan trademark attacks are charge attack, elemental skill, and elemental burst, which scale with her health. So the criteria for the S tier bow is Yelan needs to be able to take the full advantage of the bow's secondary stats and get full benefit from the effect. Bows in A tier are still good for Yelan, but she probably doesn't get full benefit from the bow because of the way you play her and her unique health scaling. And finally, the B tier bow is usable, but it is probably better to use the 4 stars bow than the one listed here. So let's deep dive starting from S tier. The best weapon, of course, Aqua Simulacra. The bow has low attack stats, but it's probably not big deal for Yelan. The secondary stats is critical damage, which complement Yelan Ascension stats. The critical damage boost is also pretty high, 88.2%, which means 20% higher compared to the health artifact. The bow low attack stats is compensated by the health boost, and again, it's not like you care because Yelan elemental skill and burst scales with her health. The damage boost you get also still takes effect when she is not on the field, which is nice because you probably switch to another character after using her burst. This is without a doubt the best bow for Yelan. The only weakness that this bow has is if you use Yelan to support long-range characters such as Yoimiya and Fischl, if you use them and you are too far from the enemies, then that means you lose 20% damage boost. The next bow is Polar Star. The attack stats is medium, secondary stats is 33.1% critical rate. Combined with her Ascension stats, she has 57.3% critical rate. You can get critical damage from the headpiece artifact and you are close to perfect 1-to-2 ratio. Now for the effect, it increases your elemental skill and burst, which are nice because that's how you play her, using lots of elemental skill and burst. The secondary effect boosts attack, which is not best, okay, because of her low attack stats, and her elemental skill and burst damage are based on her health, but still usable on charge attack. The boost is also quite high if you maximum the stack 48% on R1. So these are the only bows on S tier. To be honest, Aqua Simulacra is probably the real S tier. Polar Star is more like A+ tier, okay? Now let's move to the real A tier. The best bow on A tier is Thundering Pulse. This bow almost make it to S tier, okay? It has medium attack stats and critical damage, which complement Yelan Ascension stats. The critical damage is lower than Aqua Simulacra, but yeah, I guess it's okay. The reasons this bow is not in the S tier are the effects. First effect, it boosts attack stats, something that Yelan doesn't need, okay? Yelan also only has 244 base attack stats, so even the attack boost still affect her charge attack, it is not that great, okay? Result in small damage increase. And the second effect boosts your normal attack damage. Yelan trademark attack is her charge, elemental skill, and burst. So normal attack boost is kind of pointless. Yes, you can force your Yelan to do normal attack, but I think that's not how you should use her. And remember, her normal attack deals physical damage, so you kind of waste the hydro damage boost from your artifact, which you should equip. Next weapon, Skyward Harp. The bow has high attack stats and it increases both your critical rate and damage, which is good whether you use her as support or DPS. The AoE extra damage is nothing special, but nice addition to her. The bad news is you probably need Yelan on the field to trigger the AoE damage. I haven't tested, but it works that way for other characters like Fizzle. So I think it is the same for Yelan, which is you need your Yelan to be on field to trigger the AoE damage. But again, even if it works when Yelan is not in the field, it probably won't make huge difference. The bow simply becomes a little bit better as it only happens every 4 seconds unless you have the R5 version. The last bow on A tier is Amos bow. Okay, it has medium attack stats, but the secondary stats boost is attack stats, which is always good for most DPS, but again, not good on Yelan because of her low base attack stats and her health scaling, elemental skill, and burst. Luckily, the effect is quite nice because it increases her charge attack, which is one of her trademark skill. You also need to remember to fire it as far as possible from enemies to get damage boost. There is no boost for her elemental skill and burst though. And to be honest, I'm not sure whether the charge damage boost affect her breakthrough damage. If it doesn't increase her breakthrough damage, then this bow probably should be on the B tier. Now, let's move to the B tier. The only bow on B tier, Elegy for the End. This bow is not bad at all. And I can say probably better than Amos bow if you don't get breakthrough damage boost from increased damage from Amos bow. Okay, because I can say Yelan is support DPS, and she probably requires a little bit of energy recharge as her burst requires 70 energies. You also probably don't bring second Hydro characters to maximize health boost from her passive. So yes, energy recharge is always welcome for her. The effects, however, maybe not the greatest. It increases elemental mastery, something that's not that important but still useful if you want to trigger elemental reaction. The attack boost is nice for your main DPS, and the effect can be triggered even when Yelan is not in the field. So this bow kinda suits her playstyle. Those are the rankings for the 5 stars bow. I will make the rank for 4 stars bow in the next Genshin Impact video, so please like the video if you find it useful and subscribe plus turn the notification so you don't miss my video when the video is up. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.